Good afternoon. It's VindaCator here from iPlayMore.com. Quick reminder to subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. And I'm just looking here. It looks like we might only be broadcasting on one channel. What the heck is that? Anyways, we'll just continue through. Make sure you go to youtube.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch. So, this is VindaCator from iPlayMore.com. Make sure you go to iPlayMore.com. Oh my goodness. Stumbling over my words trying to figure this stuff out. Make sure you sign up for our video game test at Thunder. And I am the producer, game designer for Thunder Throne Wars. And takes place in the Milky Way galaxy. Let's follow the green arm down to the Stellar Jewel Box Nebula, NGC 3603. And the game takes place right here on our little planet, Nebulous Prime. Zoom into our little planet. We've got a mock-up of the islands that we're doing, the arenas that we're doing, and the team's really focused on Intrepid right now. And our game has an overgame, a metagame, so that winners and losers claim territory, and if it's neutral, then it's wide open like that. And I'm thinking I need to just have a look here. This is bugging me. Let's just see what happens here. Alright, so there's a warning. Weird. So that's the problem with Periscope now. There's a warning on it. Facebook seems to be online. Mixer seems to be online. YouTube says sending data. Alright, well, it's lying to me then, I guess. Okay, well, we're just going to keep going then. Maybe somebody will let me know if I'm on Twitch. I don't know that. Okay, anyways, this is where we're going to be playing today in Vera. And we've moved the game up into the head of it because it's just a little big of an island. Let's turn the music down a little bit. So this is our Kadesh energies, energy, devices, and shields. Have a lair, which is blue, energy, devices, and shields. Whoops. And dark, and that's the energy, device, and shield. And our Charlotte, which is the energy, device, and shield. And the rare, which is the energy, devices, and the core shield that you have as a player. And our spider. And so I was just thinking today, yeah, this needs to be rigged up. But Ryan, our animator, said it might not need the controls if we're going to do AI on it. So, interesting. And our Komodo, which is rigged and has gone back to the rigger a few times. We've got a couple little complications. And one more time it had to go back. So hopefully it's all done now. But it's looking pretty good. So we start animating. And the bat has gone out to another rigger for a test. So we'll see how that works out. And Russell stayed up late last night and got our lagger done. So here is our lagger. She's looking wonderful. So she doesn't have hair yet, or eyelashes, or all that kind of stuff. He says her skin needs to be redone too. It's mostly about the costume, which I just love. Absolutely love. That's fantastic what he's done here. So it looks very good. Love the detail work. So it's going to be one of our NPC players. So she'll be handing out training quests and thinking about having her at the fireplace, the bonfire as well. So yeah, that leather work is fantastic. And then he did the prince, but the prince needs to be brought up to the level of the princess. So I guess that's next. This is kind of quick and dirty. The prince's sword. And the brood. So I got Uriel here. Don't have him in the game yet. And for the kin, Zach in the game. Ready to go. He's going to be the central character of our little vertical slice story. And then I got the HUD mocked up. Basically how that's going to work. So the icon, which is basically what character you're playing. You have the crown, the last crown you achieved, the title you achieved. And so this is going to be, this role-playing by rank stuff's going to be real time. It's always going to be moving. Your guild, clan, whatever, your associations, your player name, your score, your XP, the time in the server, and what your ping is. So there we go. And I pulled this all this information off a very old design, and it's kind of funny because we used to play with the Brood was always the remote team, and the Kin was the close team, so that when the investors came in to look at what we were doing, they'd always see us not lagging, and that's what we did. So this kind of represents that. It's kind of funny. And then this is all this stuff has to be redone. This is all very old graphics, but it's just placeholders right now. And same thing with our machinima. So the score sits down low and then it comes up at the end of the game. So we'll do all that stuff, but very cool. And a mock-up of our market exchange, our wealth storage. When you mouse over, what it looks like. Our package deals. So this is how our game's totally free to play. We call it better than free to play. And every 6 weeks, we will be changing this lineup of gear. So it's only available for a short time, and then it goes away. And so you can rent it from people that buy it, and the fewer buyers, the rarer the gear. The more buyers, the more available the gear may be if they put it on the marketplace. And our 2 female characters, so Zorn basically has Sui Eldon is very close, and then Tally is next. So then we'll have our 4 characters. And this is where Zorn's working, doing up the, it's called a master texture on the clothes. And you can see here how well it's performing compared to Paragon, and what the costume looks like by itself. And then last week you got this out. So this is Suial with no color, no textures yet. A very quick job on the wings, but just to kind of give an idea. And then this is what he did this week. So this is something I'm going to put into the next investor video, is the fact that players are going to wear no boots, no pants, no shirts, and be in their armored underwear. And so he's giving me that graphic so I can finish up that last investor video. You can see the work that he's done on her skin and the veins and stuff like that. Just absolutely amazing amounts of detail. And then Henrique did this. That's our first 4 characters, just the concepts that we did. So soon that will be 3D models. Adrian did this week. So this is the central fountain. So I asked her for a color image, and so she got that done. So we're in the Brood area here. You got some reeds in the water. You got all the Kin mountains all alive and stuff like that. These mountains should probably, I just realized that, should probably be higher, because that's a divide between the different arenas. Minor. Jeff did up the Intrepid base map. And we got the Brood Fortress. So we've got a new art director, and so he's going through all this stuff. And Norn did this. Norn is back, which is fantastic. And he's our first art director. And so he's going to be helping our art director. And those 2 guys are 2 peas in the same pod. It's amazing to get them together. And this is the concept art for the Kin Castle. And we're trying to sort out how to make that. And we're going to change this because the comment was it looks very Egyptian. And that's not really the right direction, but that's okay. New art direction for us, I guess. And the marmosets. And then the 3D model. And I asked Wade if he had an update, and he says he does, but nothing visual he can show me yet. So hopefully next weekend. We want to get this all rigged up. This is part of the first little cinematic vertical slice that we're going to do. And then Adrian did up these concept art images showing us everything. So there's the higher mountains back behind there. And maybe this shouldn't be open too, because we need to block. I mean, you can go over the mountain if you want, but just to kind of give people a sense of where they should and shouldn't go. And then the Kin trees, the Brood trees are cut down. And this is one of my favorite ones. So showing the central fountain of Intrepid, the land bridge. And so we're going to do our cinematic through there. And Zach's going to run in here, and the Komodo's going to run up to him. Very exciting to have that all coming along. And the Brood have this all blocked off. And you can see it there, how they did that. So that'll all be built into the map. We have a bunch of new people joining, writers, level designers, and 3D people, so welcome. And so hopefully we're going to see a big jump in productivity. And still waiting for those funds to come. They've been transferred to the bank. And we're just waiting for the final transfer to happen to the lead investor and then to us. All right, so here's some look of what it looks like in Unreal. So that's the fountain. And I believe we've got to update that still. Got some smoothing to do on the level. There's the fountain there. We're down in the Intrepid corner. You can see the other island over there. So we haven't done anything over there yet. That'll be like the very last thing we do. That's where the Brood Fortress is going to be. Another image that shows where the Brood Fortress is going to be. It's the tip of the island down here. And the river coming up. This is the ocean, as you can tell. And again, there is the fountain there, so we're kind of looking at that from the other island side. Now we're looking at the Abyss Isle. And the Marmoset little huts. And some of their paraphernalia. And just a very early image of where that is. So make sure you go to our Discord, and if you're active there, you will earn mana. And I know that because when I type there, I earn mana. So there we go. All right, so today is going to be very different because our programmer wanted to make sure that the game didn't crash on me, so he made some changes, and then I went in and tested, and usually he shows up again to make sure everything's good. He did not, and my devices are not shooting right now, so we can't do banishing, we can't do throne placement until tomorrow when he shows up. So I know he's going to be in shock, but anyways, he's in Malaysia, so unfortunately, even though I did the test early yesterday, he didn't show up. So I'm just going to fly through here a little bit and talk about a few things, do things a little differently today. So we're looking at the Brood Fortress, and we've got the lava moats here protecting it. We've got a throne pit here in the front and the tunnel into the pit. Now I'm going to be able to run around in here, but I won't be able to do much. So maybe by some miracle it's working, but I doubt it. I've been checking the updates. That's where, this is where I want to put the princess. And she's going to teach you about not with, which is becoming invisible. Which is kind of interesting. And here's where you're going to learn about role-playing by rank. All this stuff moves, so it's not animated while I'm just in spectator mode here. And here's, oh, you can't see, it's not lit up. It's where you're learning about SCAD, which is Strongholds, Empires, Strongholds, Kingdoms, Empires, and Dynasties. I can do it in order and it's spelled right. There's where you're going to learn about the Dark Agony. And actually, the right click on this is tie bonds. So you're able to connect to other players in the game, share shields. You're also able to connect to enemies. That's kind of a challenge. This is where the first mission is going to be, and you're going to get your claw. So your claw is going to be a gift that we give to players. So we're going to have an NPC there. This is very undeveloped territory, so. And this is where you're going to learn about the pit. So this thing spins around. So in this case, 9 out of 16 is more than 50%. So the brood would be on the HUD 100% of the time as an objective. And they can only have 7 out of 15, so it's not 50%. So that's fine. All right. You're going to learn about color energy pods here. So there you can see our dark, our Shallot, our Kadesh, our Havelair, and our rare energies. And in here, there's a little path here you come up. That's where you learn about the shields and notability, which is 5 times damage, most of any game. So there's our different shields. So this one is Shallot and Dark, one on each side, so they work together. And then we've got our red, our blue, and our rare. we got? Oh yeah, we got some more training over here. So those will all be set up with NPCs. So here's the Kin Castle, and we are looking at the water system. So that's the moat system. And there is a throne pit in front, another entrance to the pit. All right, so, oh, we got more training over here. I haven't done this in a while, so it's a good thing. So these are the shrines in the game. That's a functional shrine for the brood. But over here we have a little look into the future of what we're going to do here. So there you can see the the stage 1 shrines, the brood and the kin. This is stage 2. So if you hang out in it for a while, they're going to grow. And then we're going to go to a stage 3, which is going to be even more exotic, larger, and it's going to lock the letters. So you can see there's the letters on the top. And that's how you unlock the strongholds, the kingdoms, the empires, the dynasties, and the dominations. All of it can be unlocked and stopped. You have to have a fairly organized team. In the beginning, it's easy because it's just 3 on a stronghold, 3 locks. But the moment they get a kingdom, it's 4 locks. The moment they get an empire, it's 4 locks. Sorry, 5 locks. The moment they get dynasty, it's 6 locks. I'm not doing that right. Anyways, it's a lot of locks. There's a lot of locks going on. So then the locks will be in here. This is kind of open. And once they get to stage 3, then the lock is going to be actually locked inside, and you're going to have to break in, shoot to break in. Now the cool thing about stage 3 is you're going to be able to place thrones from it and attack the enemy from other locations. All right, so over here we're going to have training for scepters. There it is. So that's the common scepter. That's what the free players will be using. All right. Over here is going to be training for the marketplace. So you can see our 2 currencies there. So there is the mana, which is real money. So that'll go, you can put real money in and real money out with mana. Don't ask me how that's going to work. We haven't figured that out yet. And the game salary. So game salary is paid to all players that play the game, whether you own things or not. And if you're a renter, well, then you need to balance your salary with how much stuff you have. So remember I showed you Suiel and that she can't have all of her cosmetic gear on if she's a renter. So here's where you can learn about freedom. And so when you spawn into the game, you need to pick this up to be able to fly until level 25, and then you'll earn your wings. Ooh, there's more. There's more. I'm remembering. Somewhere over here. Somewhere over here. Oh, it's over here. Maybe it's over here. Okay, let's just forget. I'm sure it's right here. Okay, anyways, there's going to be some more power-up training there. And I think there's one more power-up training right over. And I usually don't fly through all this stuff. Right here in this little dip. You'll learn about return. All right, so let's jump in. And this is going to be a little boring today. I'm sorry. But it's beyond my control. I wish I knew what he did, because it would be easy. I don't know why I'm pushing that for. Or that. And I don't even know if I'm broadcasting on my channels, because it doesn't say that I am. All right, let's turn my camera on. Wave hello. Usually Henrique comes in and tells me what's working or not. All right, we're going to join the kin with Zach. And we'll join the brood with Balaam. It's going to be a very civilized game today. I don't even know if I can place thrones or not, but I know that I can capture some. Oh, and I got all this working. So now there's audio on all the pickups, and the things you don't pick up don't show up anymore. So we got lots of things fixed. And I figured out why all the pickups didn't have audio. It's because nothing was ever programmed. It's funny how that became very obvious to me. Into the shrine. And the other thing that we got working this week that I can't show you is on the left click of the claw, there is a little shield that forms.
The king. Prince of Thunder.
And so the right click protects the player completely, and they're in a pod. And those are very important things for when you banish to the pit, because somebody's going to shoot you. It's one shot. But if you put on the protection, then it's kind of cool. All right. And our new art director says that we can't have normal ducks. Alright, so I just changed my field of view here a little bit so I can see my devices. You're going to see here that he's got that powered up. It's nice. Now I can see my counter there. I guess that was white on white. That was the problem. So now it's gray on white, which makes it readable. But you can see it's automatically filling up. And if I jump in the fountain... Oh yeah, there's no sound. Oh yeah, there's no way... Oh no! Oh yeah, that can fly. Oh, I can show that. Let's go back to Zach here. So Zach has no power-ups, right? I'm just going to roll my mouse wheel. He's got no power-ups. Oh yeah, he's got freedom. I'm wrong. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. Got to click on the screen to have my head. But all these sounds have pickup sounds now. That is so cool. I was hoping today was going to be perfect, but perfection will come in time. So if you push, and this is cool too, see, he fixed the wings, and the wings are attached. But if you push G, so this is going to be an animation. So Zach will be animated here. But as you push G, the power-ups are showing up. Now, they don't just show up right here. They actually drop from the sky, so we got a little bit of work to do on that. Basic system for that. Wait, that's still loud. I was adjusting all this, but not with headphones, so now I'm noticing it's a little loud. Alright, so you can see everything fades. The shield should fade. Yes. Alright. Except the find. So actually, you know what? Let's go do that today. Since I'm not going to be able to show all the other things. So that find... Actually, I'll just turn my camera off real quick too. So it's obvious what I'm doing. So these shrines are going to have letters in them. This one has none. So... because Balaam has a stronghold, it's going to be locked in 3 shrines. So let's go see if we can find it. Oh, so there's a little bit of a bug there too. See, it doesn't show what's going on. And guess what I just found? Number 1. Okay, so you see that got unlocked. And now there's 2 more. Now, I'm pushing my button. I got no devices. I guess I just shouldn't have said anything. Nobody'd ever know. Why is he not shooting anything? Okay, here's another one. And that is definitely not the right one, but it's one of the ones. So I need to get that done before he captures my throne, which, of course, just one minute. I'm just in the game by myself. So it would be very possible that that would be accomplished. And really, I probably should be there guarding it or taking his throne. So not there. So just another part of the game. If you don't want to be involved in the big battle, you can go hunt these things down. Nothing there. Check this one. Man, I'm used to using my recoil. It seems very slow to me. And all this music is from the game. Got 46 songs mastered and ready to go. I guess the good thing is I'm also recording a video of this, so worst case if this is not streaming properly, I guess I can do some uploads. Oh, here it is. Look what I found. Now, if he took this throne, there would be a force field around here, and I would be locked out, but I got here first. All right, one more. But, I mean, this is how most games are. You don't have recoil to move around. A lot of games wouldn't let you run over the mountains like that. I kind of like the pickup sounds because now I can see I'm missing the pickups. It's like, how am I missing that? All right, so this is going to be the last one. We already know that because we're already here. And there's going to be a snake here. It's not here yet. There's his voice. Or his sound. His tail, I guess that's what it is. So you can see that's a match, right? So I broke their stronghold. Now what does that mean? That means, let's roll the mouse wheel. You can see there in the middle of the bottom of the HUD there is a open fountain. So let's just set my field of view to 1-1. Uh-oh. My spacebar likes to put extra spaces and things. So you can see that my maximum energy there is 666. And yeah, that's meant to be. It's a Brood device. That's one of their favorite numbers. But I can run over here. Don't I have throne strikes? Didn't I leave Zach on the throne? Alright, well, in that case, I don't have to go back to the throne. It sucks too because I got all these great alt fire sounds now. I can come to a shrine. I got 23. How come I can't capture this? Let's go see what's going on. I got 23 throne strikes. So I see what's happening. It's fading. That's just not quite right. Okay, well, that should have worked. Saying it's open. I'm just going to go back and see what's happening to the home throne. Now, our waypoints got removed. I didn't actually even realize. I was talking to the programmer about it, and he's like, I don't see that. And so I came in and went, it's gone. I didn't even notice. Must have been gone last week. But that's because it's not... Oh, this is not captured. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Why is that not captured? Didn't Zach capture this? I'm going to have to go review the video.
The king. Winds of thunder.
So got the pep rolling down here. Let's just see what's happening here. There's this weird thing where sometimes it goes into the ground and sometimes it flies up in the air. I don't understand that. So the ground I think I understand, and it's going to bump up here. Oh, not me. Man, I just barely left my thumbnail on that. All right, here's another. That's not working quite right. Okay. Let's gotta work on that a little bit more. So there we go. I swear that I had that throne captured, so.
The king.
Alright, let's go capture his throne. I mean, I can do all that stuff. I just can't shoot these devices. And I understand exactly what happened. I added the secondary sounds. The Stingray started to crash the game. So I asked him to... I just showed him the crashes, and then he resolved the crashes with some programming and turned off all of the alt fires and the fires.
King of Dominations.
Alright, Zach is the King of Dominations. Let's go see what happens when we go home. It's funny how scattered I get when things go wrong. Okay, so now you can see that the shrines are locked, and then I'll have my letter on it. Oh, I can turn my camera back on. Wave hello to remind myself. Yeah, it's on. Okay. So you can see that that is now locked with kin letters, and the brood would have to unlock it. And you can't run through trees. Creates kind of a natural barricade. You know, this is really fast. I would never run through the forest this fast. Now this little bit, there's a little bit of lag happening here. It's just because we have pushed this to the absolute brink with textures, the old school way, which means everything's got its own texture. And that's not quite correct. Oh, can I jump to this? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work out. Push T for the... Push D. Oh, I can place thrones. I kind of thought I couldn't. All right. All right, let's go find Balaam. See, I didn't test it that one. You can see the lightning is inside my scepter. It's already. I kind of assumed that it was all off, but I guess the button is still working, it's just not firing the devices. So let's go find Balaam here. My brother, I cannot shoot you with my devices, but I can shoot you with my scepter. Oh, I'm seeing some shield there. Oh! I got myself. I don't know if I can banish him like that. Never tried this. Let's go look at Balaam's shields. What's going on? Oh. It's gonna take forever. You're not supposed to... You know, the damage that's happening here with these is really minor. And that's just because I placed a few thrones, I have those abilities. So it looks like that's a directly attacking his rare shield. After 2 minutes, I'm going to lose all that. My thrones are going to be out of play. So that's how the scepter play works, is that you have to place thrones to get your scepter to function. Yeah, this is just running worse and worse all the time. Which is not going to happen in the next map. Yeah, so see, I only have one throne open, which is a fire throne. Okay, Oh no, I was gonna say I could go destroy his throne, but I don't have any. Okay, let's see let's see how far I can push this. I guess Balaam could play thrones. Let's go do that. Because everything's working except devices. So. As long as this isn't happening in multiplayer, there's people in here. That would be bad. Yeah, we can place thrones. Wow. I would have thought that that wouldn't have worked. So I'm just pushing T, and then I got W, A, S, D to select which kind of throne I want. And then the king's going to have more powerful attacks. I think that's how we're going to work it. We're not going to try to... My original idea was to add another sub-menu to this, and I thought, no, that's just too much. So just make it automatic. All right. It's so funny, when I find a route, I just stay with it. All right, so let's go to the other side. Okay, so you push the up arrow and you can change to whatever scepter you want in your hands. Let's shoot this one. I so rarely shoot that one. Alright, so let's push T, D, T, W, T, A, T, F, and I can go up in the air. Oh, he's way down there.
Ultimate Thrones.
Oh, there's what I'm looking for.
The king usurps brood.
Alright, so it seems last week I went too close to him. Oh, we got some really weird things happening here. Let's go have a look. So his throne is connected to that one. That's really interesting. But it's not connected to the one that we fought. Anyways, I've usurped his thrones. And I just pushed enter and I'm flying with freedom. Got 300 seconds of freedom. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I could show too, is when the power-ups run out. So it's gonna go to the final throne, which is his. Sorry, mine. It was his. It was connected, now it's my end throne. I can move my crown there. I push T. Declare dominations.
Dominations.
Alright, let's be really crazy here. So I'm going to turn on all my power-ups. Freedom. Then I push the over arrow. I'm going to push G so you can see that I'm invisible. See that? Barely see me. Oh, oops. That was not correct. That means I'm running out. And now it's done. And I got no devices. So All I can do is wait for my throne powers to come online. Oh, we just gotta fix that, don't we? Why is my throne not, or my crown not there? I'm just gonna open up all these thrones by touching them to give me the powers. I always place a whole bunch of random different ones. And that's what gives me all the different powers. We might have to address the fact that if you just have a whole bunch of lightning thrones, that it'll come up faster. I can't believe this is actually working. Sort of. So we haven't addressed that ongoing lightning issue. Now I'm going to be able to win this way. Almost. All right. Alright, so that's our scoreboard. Still got some work to do on that. And then you're right back in the game, which is kind of cool. Now I'm wondering, what else can I show? Usually I'd show banishing. We've got that working, but you need a device to do that. Okay, I know. I can show the supply room. Oh, I know what else I can show right now. So when you don't have any power-ups, you push enter. Ha ha ha! Little chipmunk laughs at you. And we should have a whole bunch of pickup sounds working now. And all of these right clicks have their own audio now. I was like, oh, this is so great. I jumped in to test it yesterday morning, and right and left mouse do not function. So if I would have thought about it yesterday, I could have emailed him early. But the problem is he lives in Malaysia, so it's pretty opposite hours than us here. Let's go for a run through the pit. That's the other thing we can do. You know, I just want to go back and do what I did earlier, which is just test this whole idea about capturing my own throne. Because we might have an issue here. Because I haven't tested this for a long time. It's kind of forcing me to test some things differently. Oh, and we crashed. Alright, so we still have a crashing issue. So I'm going to leave it there for today. And report all this stuff and get it fixed for next week. Anyways, it's VindaCator saying thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, and ring that bell. And make sure you go to iPlayMore.com, sign up for a video game test of Thunder. And we'll see you next week. And we'll have all this fixed. It'll be great. Thanks for watching. It's VindaCator and I am out.